Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse. And today we're gonna be talking about folding at home, which is one of these services where you can use your server equipment to do some kind of a good benefit. Right now the coronavirus is tormenting the world, let's call it that, and I've had multiple requests if I use my equipment for folding at home, and until yesterday I did not. I did something similar 20 years ago. There was a similar network where you got packages and you decrypted. That was something MD5 or DES, some encryption algorithm that everybody was trying to crack, and there was like a prize, and no, I did not win, but yeah, I did that back then. Then I did some Bitcoin mining, which is similar business, and now there is this folding at home where everybody is trying to find a cure for the coronavirus. You know, I'm a little bit skeptical about this. To me it's a little bit like trying to have computers calculate next week's lotto numbers. In theory it's possible, but well, it's very, very unlikely that you would ever come up with that. And even when the computers had been cracking on the lotto numbers for weeks, well, you would have to see if they actually worked. So I just have a hard time seeing how computers can solve something like medical stuff. But even though I thought it would be a nice experience, kind of like a group effort to find a solution for a problem, but I really don't know enough about the medical stuff behind it, proteins and weird atom stuffy things. Yeah, I don't do that. I do servers, so we could always try it out. So I did that yesterday, and I kind of tweeted it out that, okay, I'm playing with this folding at home. If you want to join me, come join me. And yeah, I have a couple of servers running in here. That one is running, and that one is running. This one is not running yet. And I have the big IBM X3850 with the 40 cores running in the living room. So let's go see that. Okay, here is the IBM X3850 X5. Yeah, I actually ran into a bit of problem. It seems that folding at home is limited to use 32 cores or threads or whatever. So this machine having 80 threads, I don't know, yeah, on one single operating system it's not able to do it. So what I really need to do to get the maximum performance out of this, for that, would be to install a hypervisor instead of Server 2019, and on that hypervisor install some VMs and then give them CPUs, each of them. But I just thought that I would share with you guys what I found about this folding at home, which is pretty simple to set up. And I created a My PlayHouse team, so if you want to, you can join the My PlayHouse team, and then we will together battle the coronavirus. I do not expect that we can get up to the top 100, because people has been working on this for years and years. Even though I saw that Linus Tech Tip, he has been doing really well. He created a team as well, and if you just want to be on the winning team, that's probably where you should go. But my PlayHouse team is there as well, and I put this in so many times that I can remember that it's 262701. That's the team number. 262,701. Let's see how this works. On your favorite browser, which is not the case in this case. I didn't bother to install Chrome here, so I'm just using Internet Explorer. You go to, for example, Google. I'm sure Bing works as well, if that's your favorite search engine. But and you type in following. Did I say that wrong? It's folding at home, not following. Ah, damn. Folding at home. We go to that, and we are presented with their web page, and we can just click the start folding, and we go to their web page, and here we can read all the good stuff about what this is. But it's possible to download the folding at home right here. There is also alternative downloads, and it's available for other operating systems. There is also a VMware application. I tried that yesterday, and I just tried it once and something went wrong. I didn't do anything more with it. So you download that one and just click it and it will download again. It's about 30 megabytes, so just save. I thought I had downloaded it. I probably just ran it. So yeah, 30 megabytes. It's gonna take a minute, which is kind of a long time when you're paddling. Well, then you get this FAH. I'm pretty sure that stands for Folding at Home installer, and you double click that and it's just next, finish, approve, thingy. It's all good. And at some point it asks you if you want to be folding anonymously or if you want to get credit. At that point you're presented with something like this. Here you can choose to be anonymous. I don't think I can install this twice, so I'm just showing you. I put in my PlayHouse as my name here, and then I joined my own team, 262701 team number. And then to get credit, statistics, see how good you're doing compared to everybody else, you can get a pass key. And you get that pass key by asking for a passkey, and it will be emailed to you, so it also asks for your email address, and then you get a passkey that you can put in there, and it tracks that passkey so that you can yeah, let's go check that out. So this is what it looks like on this server when it's working. We can see here that it's using 31 cores or CPUs. If it has this power slider here, if I put it down to light, it will reduce the number of cores that it's using. If I put it up to high, it will use 32 cores, which is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on there. I did a quick search, couldn't find anyone talking about this. So, well, if you know, please leave it in the comments. But up here we can see how much have we earned. My PlayHouse as my name, as me as a person, I've done 267,465, but the group that I'm in, my PlayHouse, has done 358,000. So let's go see stats. I get my stats and I get and the team stats. These pages are sometimes a bit long to load. So here is my team stats, and yeah, I started this yesterday, so we haven't gotten very far, and these are all the awesome people. Well, especially a shout out to Momo8397, who was the first one to join me. I have to make this video now because Andy Lee is gonna beat my ass in not very long. He is really moving. So yeah, I invited people on Twitter to come and kick my ass for a good cause. But I had a little bit of an advantage to start with because I started the group and didn't tell anyone for a couple of hours. When you get that key pass, you rank. Like I started yesterday, so I am only number 309,000 something, and all of these guys that has joined me, well, especially the Cyber CB, he's ranking really good, so he must have been working on this for years and years and years. And all of these guys probably new, but has been here for some weeks. When you get that passkey, you can see how you're doing in the world, which is also kind of fun to keep track of. Up here we can see how the team is doing. Right now we are number 25,621 out of 251,000, so just within the best 10%. So when you have installed the software, it looks like this, and it kind of automatically goes and gets a package and start working on it. Then you decide if it should work while you're working, run all the time, or if it should just work when the computer is not being used for anything whatsoever. And you can kind of ask if it should do it light, mild, or full. Here, this is the easy to use screen. There's a more advanced one that I haven't gotten around all the features of that yet. You can also up here choose what disease you want to be working on. And there is COVID, Alzheimer, cancer, Parkinson, Huntington's, I don't know that one, high priority. I just picked all of them. So right now we are working on this project down here. It tells us which project we are working on, and it changes from every time that it gets a package. I don't know if that's a good idea. These packages gives you some points. Right now I'm working on this package, and it's gonna give me 6,877 points when it's done, and it estimates that it'll be done in 2 hours and 25 minutes ETA. and it tells me over here how many points this server would approximately score in 24 hours. Right around 60,000, and it takes quite a while. Like I'm 11% in, so it has worked for about 10% of 2.5 hours, whatever. So you start it and it works for a couple of hours, and then you earn some points. It's not free. You are actually using power on this, and we can kind of see that. Right now we have it set to min. Let's go see how much power the server uses. Down here on the floor I have the power meter. We can set value, and it's using 570, right around there. And so that is also a bit of power. And yes, I am measuring power on both of the power supplies, and they are running redundant. So if we go in here and we set it up to full speed, there we'll see that it increases to using 32 cores, so it should increase the power usage somewhat, and it did not. It it reduced the power usage. I was not expecting that. That's kind of weird. Okay, let's stop the folding for a bit. To do that, we can pause it. When we install it, we get a little icon up here, and that opens this window. And on servers, it's a little bit picky if we want to open that. It has some contents on that web page that it's not happy about when you're working with a server operating system. But down here, we also have this little icon down there. When we click that, we can get advanced control. There. We have the advanced control, and there's a pause feature here, so we can pause whatever we're doing. So right now it's paused, and we should probably see the wattage has dropped. Otherwise I'll be very surprised. Yeah, we're quite a bit down. So we were using 100-200 watts on folding, even though this is still a pretty decent amount for a server to use when doing absolutely nothing. Be aware of that. So I took the grid card out of the server because I tried to use it yesterday. I couldn't figure it out, and the card was using another 50 to 100 watts doing absolutely nothing in there, so I took that out. Yeah, just thought that I would mention that. The folding at home is able to use GPU power. And you can kind of add the GPU in there, but well, it wasn't able to figure this one out. And there is that limit of 32 CPUs, and I found when I added the 3 out of the 4 GPUs in here, only 3 of them are working in this GPU, which has 4 individual GPUs along the way here. 3 of them are working, number 4 is not working. When I added 2 GPUs, it fell down to that it was only using 30 CPUs and 2 GPUs, but the GPUs was not doing anything, and not showing that they were doing anything. So I took the card out again, and I removed the GPUs from the setup. So here's a picture of all the CPUs in the server, and it sees the hyperthreading and the CPUs as the same thing. It's utilizing the server with about 40%. I'm not able to get more than 40% out of this server with this setup. I would either have to find a way to install folding at home multiple ways, or install a hypervisor and then install some VMs on top of that with folding at home on them. 40% of this kind of wasteful, because it, as you could see, it uses 400 watts doing absolutely nothing. So if I just wanted to continue using this server for folding at home and get the maximum out of it, I would have to do something to get off that, because that is ridiculous. So I used a bit of time yesterday to play with this distributed computing, and I hope that it's helping out. I have no idea how this medical stuff is working. I have a really hard time getting into my head that you can calculate stuff like that. Like the coronavirus, well, they barely know if you can get it twice yet, and then we're calculating a cure. My head is about to explode with that. I don't get it, but it's fun to play with the computer stuff. And well, I did this back in the day. I told you 20 years ago, and I made some stupid choices back then. You can see that this scoring thing that you get a good score, and there's a bit of a competition in that. And back then I made the mistake of putting computers at work to work on this as well, which resulted in me having a boss yelling at me for 2 minutes because I was doing this crap back then. And yeah, he was right, I was wrong, I was young, and today I can see that, yeah, that was a fucking stupid thing to do. Yeah, so don't do that, but it's also a thing that can pull people together and have a common project to work on. And then if we can as a group be in competition with other groups, that would be more fun. Leave in the comments below if you want to join in and what you are joining in with, what awesome machinery you have folding the universe at home. That is what I've been messing around with. It has also been extremely good weather, so I've been out playing with the lawnmower, which I'm not gonna share with you this time because I found that lawnmower videos, they don't do very well. So I've been removing the moss in the grass, and yeah, it's a fantastic job to do. And then go in and check how is the folding at home going, and then going out into the garden and doing something, trying to keep the distance to everyone else. I will leave the details of this group and the links to how to join, and it's just something you should do if you think it's fun. And be aware that there is a price. It does cost extra power to have your computer stand and calculate this. And don't use systems that are in critical production. You might have a boss yell at you or worse. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.